Black Myth Wukong is the best game to release of 2024, in my opinion, and I was definitely disappointed that at the Game Awards it did not get Game of the Year. I did like Astrobot, don't get me wrong, though it wasn't on the same level as Wukong, but now at the Steam Awards, it has swept, which is fantastic to see. I have a few different things to show off, but while there were a lot of bad video games to release this year, there were also a lot of really solid ones. Space Marine, Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, Princess Peach Showtime. You had other titles like Helldivers 2, and also Stellar Blade, and most importantly, Wukong. I thought it was a super solid experience that could go against my previous Game of the Year winners, like Elden Ring or Final Fantasy XVI, but now it has swept the Steam Awards, which is just super cool. So this is a Tech for Gamers article. It says Game Science's debut AAA title Black Myth Wukong wins the Steam Game of the Year Awards for 2024. Player reception on Steam has been overwhelmingly positive, with a 96% positive rating from 800,000 reviews. And if we just take a quick peek at the player counts, it's no shocker to see why this won, why this swept. 2,415,714 players at release, and even in game right now is 25,000, which is still pretty good. Again, it's a single player game. This happens with all of them. People initially play it, then they finish it, and they come back when there's some kind of DLC or there's some kind of update. 24-hour peak though, 77,000. Pretty freaking solid. That's rather close to Dragon Age the Veilguard's all-time peak, so that's funny to see. Though we're talking about millions and millions of gamers who love this, and that's not even taking into consideration other platforms. This is why we were so shocked that Wukong did not win Game of the Year at the Game Awards, but it wasn't really all that crazy, because we're talking about shills within the industry who trashed this game. I mean, before release, you had IGN putting out hit pieces saying the developers were sexists and terrible people, and then other outlets ended up running with that, like PC Gamers and Forbes, and while there was never any proof of these allegations, IGN's claims were what the media was running with and what they believed. And when the media counts for 90% of the vote at the Game Awards, well, we all knew Wukong wasn't going to win. And clearly, judging by player numbers, Wukong was, going to sweep. I mean, we haven't heard about a game that has done better this year. We haven't seen any player numbers that were better this year. Maybe between all of the console releases and the Steam release for another game, it was a possibility, like with Erdtree, for example. Oh, well, maybe once you actually look at all of those numbers in totality, it would have been better than this, but you could say the same thing just about Wukong as well. And there are a lot of Chinese players who clearly showed up to support developers from their region, which is cool to see. But this just speaks, miles about the state of the industry and how there are a lot of gamers who are sick and tired of Western developers bullshit, and they are looking to other regions for games. I've talked about Korean devs a lot this year. There are a lot of studios from South Korea who have said we've seen a boom in business because there are gamers who are looking away from the Western market. Same with Japanese developers, also Chinese devs, and I'm just happy to see Wukong actually getting a big W here. I think it deserves it.